Welcome back to Drew's Adventures. I am Drew, and today we will be doing something a little bit different on this channel. We're going to make some burgers. These are going to be venison burgers, and currently I have 2 pounds of venison hamburger right here in this container that I will be using tonight to create a delicious meal. This venison was harvested in the year of 2021. It is organic, and it is very lean. I believe it has a little bit of beef fat mixed in with it. Okay then.
Welcome to two Wisconsinites on the ice. Today we got rocks in the hole. Put the rock in the hole. Let's go with that. God damn it.
Tonight we will be seasoning our burgers with ground pepper, ground black pepper, and just a little bit of salt. For 2 pounds, I generally do a generous amount of salt and about twice as much pepper. I really like pepper. Pepper goes a long way, and I feel that you want to be able to preserve the flavor of our protein. I'm gonna put on some gloves here before I mix this because I don't want venison blood or venison juice all over me. Now I'm just going to mix it all together, taking all my seasoning that I put in here, and just mixing it up. We're not going to do a bunch of fancy with these burgers because where I grew up, you know, you maybe put bacon on a burger, and it wasn't that fancy. I don't have any hamburger buns, so tonight I'll be using rye bread that I bought at the local Quick Trip. Again, I'm not a sponsor of Quick Trip, but I do enjoy their food and their produce. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna mix it a little bit more, and in fact, I'm going to add a little bit of adobo. You can probably buy this at your local grocery store. Again, very generously. You want to make sure that you're getting it throughout the entire burger. Now you could just make up patties and season your burgers before you throw them in a griddle or in a frying pan or on a grill. But I like to let my burgers sit in the fridge so that the seasoning can permeate the meat. You could make up an unseasoned patty, and just before you put them in a frying pan or in a griddle or on your grill, you could season them just on the exterior and then throw it into your fry pan or on your grill before you cook it, and you will have, in my opinion, less seasoning, less flavor, but you might be able to taste more of your protein's flavor. In my opinion, protein flavor, you know, whether it's beef flavor or venison, it's very good. It's very healthy. But I prefer a nice 80-20 grind on beef and about a 30-70 grind on venison. At the moment, I cannot recall what grind this is. I just know that it is venison with a little bit of beef fat in it. Okay, that's doing all right for now. I believe I will just let this sit for a couple minutes in the fridge, and I'll prep my workstation so that I can cook it up. This is a brand new Tefal square griddle that I purchased today. I enjoy working with Tefal products. Not a sponsor, but I just enjoy their products. It's a good, easy little griddle to cook with. Alright, before I cook and while our meat is sitting in the fridge, I'm going to chop some onions and prepare my bread for toasting later. A good sharp knife goes a long way. If you have any recipes you'd like me to try, or any technique, opinions, or tips that you can give me when cooking, I will gladly read them, and I'll gladly see if it works for me. I'm more than willing to try out different things. So there we have our peeled onion. Now what I like to do, cut it in half. Now, for burgers, you could just go on our, what I call the ring, and make little ring pieces out of it. But that goes a long way. I don't believe I'm going to use the whole onion, so I'll probably put this in the fridge for later. You can also cut it like this, and you'll get different striations. Hang on, let me cut this one a little bit more. You get a different type of cut. I believe that's a julienne. Please tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is julienne. But now that I look at it, I do want to cut it like this. And then I'll finish it off like this. Some people are probably going to see this and wonder, what the heck is he doing? But, like I said, I'm haven't said before, I'm not a professional chef. I never claimed to be. I just am trying something new on YouTube. Alright, so we'll put that in there. Get a lid for it. And this is going in the fridge until I need it next. On my burgers, I like a little bit of lettuce, onion, cheese, once in a while tomato, but I don't have a tomato, and I do not have any pickles, but I do enjoy a pickle, tomato, lettuce, onion, sometimes mushrooms on my burgers. Okay, I'll put this to the side for now. You know what? Actually, I've changed my mind. I am going to saute these onions. I enjoy a nice sauteed onion on my burger as well. So, let me get the frying pan going. And I'll saute these real quick while our burgers are sitting in the fridge. I always use butter. I have used ghee. I've used canola oil and canola oil infused with garlic. That's what you can see in there. It's just garlic bits. And I have also used pure olive oil. It works well. I enjoy it. It adds a little bit of a different flavor. Let that melt, and when I put the onions on, I'll get back to you. And if you're interested in a pickle type of mixture, I also enjoy a nice relish. This is homemade relish from 2020. We make it ourselves. It's really good. Okay, our butter is melted, and now I'm going to add our onions. I'm kind of doing this a little freehand, kind of as I go, but that's alright. I'm going to throw a little bit of pepper on them, little tiny bit of salt, I'm going to spread these out a little bit. Hang on a second. Okay. I'm gonna spread these out a little bit. Just let the heat slowly cook them to a nice auburn or a transparency. Turn my heat down a little bit. I'm running at 3, which is medium low heat. Just gonna let it cook these onions down. Okay, then while our onions are cooking, I am going to start pattying up our burgers. I like to get a nice meatball because that makes a nice sized burger, thick and meaty. Now with this 2 pounds of burger, I expect to get 4 or 5 good burger patties out of it. What do you know? I ended up with about 6 burgers. That's alright. That'll be fine. Yes, those are looking very good. Turn that down a little bit. These are almost done. Okay. I will put these onions in this container for the time being. Now, one thing I have done, and you can do this too, I've made burgers where half of the burger is onions, just straight onions. It was a it was a Great Depression style burger. You would take onions, raw or cooked, and you would take your burger patty. You'd make your patty, smash as much onion as you could on that patty. Put the onions down first so that it would cook into the burger. And you would be able to extend the amount of beef or the amount of protein you have and make you'd be able to make more burgers. It was a Great Depression way to extend food. Now I'm going to leave these onions here on the stove. And now we can start cooking our burgers. I've heard of a couple different techniques on making a burger patty from scratch. You know, you can buy the burger presses. I don't own one, but I've heard that if you take your thumb, make a little dimple, that it's supposed to help keep your burger the size you want it. Now, this is my first time using this griddle. Really don't know how it's going to go, but this is how I make burgers, and this is how it's going to go. Alright, there's her dimple. There's her burger. This one's a little bit fattier. So, or a bit bigger, I should say. So we'll put him in one of the corners, I think. That's a big burger, actually. Alright, next one. Now, I didn't put any type of binder in here. It's just fat venison. Forgot to put the dimple in that one. Then I'll put this one right in the middle. I'm going to try and put it in the middle. Hopefully I got enough room. Perfect. And I've got one more that I'll make here in a minute. But I'm going to at least crush it down. Gonna turn my heat up to 5 so I get a good heat. Gonna move this out of the way because I'm gonna make some baked beans with my dinner tonight. Okay, burgers are doing nicely. Let me just smoosh them down again. I like my burgers a little bit medium to medium well. These are getting close. I'm gonna finish the beans here. And then I'll flip them. I'll flip the burgers. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, let's try flipping them. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. That is a good burger. It's gonna be a good burger. Whew! It's hot. Sorry about the camera angle, but getting a little bit of smoke off this burner. Now, is that gonna work better? Is that gonna work? Yeah, it should. Okay, then these are looking good. Looking very good. Alright then, because I'm not going to be... Ooh, that is hot. Because I'm not going to be eating all of these tonight, I'll be eating some. I'm going to be putting these in the fridge for later, or for my lunches. But until then, that should be enough. That should be cooked enough. That makes room for this one, which is a little bit behind. Starting to get a bit of steam on our beans. Got in the beans. Those are just Bush's home-style baked beans. I really haven't had baked beans too much, so like to have them every once in a while, but it's not like that's all I buy. Alrighty then, that one's getting done. I wish I actually had some bacon. I'd make bacon cheeseburgers. But what I'm actually going to do tonight, take a little bit of our onion, throw it on a burger. I'll save some of this for later. Get ourselves some good onion on our burgers. Grab a napkin. I know this is kind of shitty cheese, but it's convenient, it's easy, and it melts great. The only thing I do different, cut it down a little bit, because it's going to ooze everywhere. Beans are getting a little hot. There we go. Good though. Good hot beans. Should finish out at about the same time. What's going on there? Covering the onion with the cheese. I'm gonna pull this burger off because I'm not gonna eat this one. And all this juice you see around here, that's gonna go right into my container. I can probably get rid of this cutting board now. Yep. You know what? Just gonna flip it over because I can use this to cut on. Well, it's starting to melt. Starting to melt. That's looking nice. That's looking nice. Nice and tacky. Okay. Time to pull these bad boys off. These are going to go on my burger tonight. Yes, sir. Looking good. Now I want that one to cook a little bit more. But I'm also going to just take my rag, push him to the side, clean up a little bit of this fat while the burner is still on, mind you, because I really don't want all that on my bread. Okay, now we got our bread. Rye bread, Swiss rye bread. Swiss rye bread. Rye bread. Rye bread. Okay. Gonna take a little bit more butter. That will help it toast. You know, Culver's, they got the butter burger. I'm not calling this a butter burger, but this is my way of toasting a burger bun. Even though it's not a bun. Just 2 pieces of bread. Getting it old style. Now this is your hot dog bun. This is your spaghetti bread bun, your garlic bread. So let that toast real quick. Turn the beans off. Those are plenty hot. Put our bread away. Get a couple pieces of lettuce. Get our lettuce out. Have that all ready. This is an old head of lettuce I got. Why am I talking with an accent? I don't know. Let's see here. It's gonna make for a good burger. Good burger. Now I like to do a tater tot or a French fry normally with my burgers. That's looking nice. This one needs a little bit more actually. Put him on that side. It's also good just to let your burgers rest before you eat them. Getting our relish ready. Let's flip that one over. That one's good. That burger should be done now. Let's get him off. Get him on that. These can go right in the fridge because I'm only one guy and these will last me a while. Buns are almost done. Oh yeah, look at that. That was the butter side. This was butter side. Oh, wait a minute. I need a couple more pieces. Alright. Whoops. I didn't know I needed... I forgot I needed more. Shoot. Ah! There. Whoops. It's getting a little hot. Alright, we'll let those toast for a second. I can start working on the first burger though. Lettuce. Lettuce. A little bit more onion. That'll make a good layer. Oh yeah, that's doing good. Okay, now I like to do my relish on the bottom. If you're gonna get a piece of bread soggy, it might as well be the bottom. A little bit of relish. Spread that out a little bit. Now some people say, don't put relish on your burgers. It's good. That's why I put relish on my burger. A little bit of lettuce. These will be my tops, I think. Onion. Onion. A little bit of onion. A little bit more. And that one can use a little bit more. Relish. Relish. Like I said, homemade relish. We get the recipe. I think we buy the relish packets or something. Now I know I'm using my hands a lot, but guess what? A lot of cooks use their hands when they're preparing. Whether you go to a restaurant, ooh, look at all that juice. Or you go to McDonald's, yeah, they're generally gloved hands, but you can't enforce the rules everywhere. Okay, then I am a huge fan of Sweet Baby Ray's sauces. I've got their sweet and spicy and their honey mustard here. So butter side up. Let me get rid of all this juice. Even though it would taste delicious, I don't want my bread all soggy right now. I'm expecting there to be plenty of juice in these burgers. Okay, got my 2 toppers. I got my honey mustard. And I got the Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy. Okay, that just about tops the burgers. Now let's have a taste. I miss Bush's baked beans, man. They're good beans. Okay. There's the burger. There we go. That's good. That's good. It's well done. It's really good. You can really taste the onions and the relish. I wish I had 2 of these. Oh wait, I do! That's a good burger. Well, y'all, I'm going to keep chowing down. Thanks for watching. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you can teach me something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. And as always, I'll see you later. Love you guys. Bye.